Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of The Shadow of the Silvermane, again with very little Silvermane edition. Last time we ended on a cliffhanger that was about to start a boss fight, but before we get into that, dear viewers, the usual reminder, this episode is posted on my channel, Teeironor. The episode after that shall be posted on Skoll Shorties channel. The one after that on Sir Thompshire's channel, all our links are in the description below, the one after that on my channel, and so on and so forth. Now, as I briefly mentioned, let's have our players introduce themselves and their characters. I have rolled the dice in the background. The dice have decided that we should start with Sir Thompshire this time. Could you please go ahead and introduce yourself and your character?
Sure. I'm Sir Thompshire, and as always, I'll be playing Benjamin Aaran, the spacefaring sellsword. That's on a little adventure on the Netherstorm. And he's been having a very pleasant time hanging out with dragons, fel-infused blood elves, ethereals, and thankfully, no fel reapers yet. So, let's keep it that way, preferably.
We will see. Thank you very much, Thompshire. And next, we would have the other player that's completely unscathed, DoomGoblin. Could you please go ahead and introduce yourself and your character?
Yeah, hi, it's me, DoomGoblin, and I'm playing Bladebeard the Deceiver, a dwarf pirate who likes to lie to people, and dragons and demons. And yeah, I bet there'll be no consequences to my deceptions.
You never know. But
I also pulled a card that said that somebody is going to betray me at some point. So yeah, that's something to keep an eye on.
Yep. Thank you very much, DoomGoblin. And next, we would have Zelris. Could you please go ahead and introduce yourself and your character?
I'm Zelris. I play the scheming blood elf Lyri Embersorrow, who is currently on the floor. And yeah, that's the character.
Yep, unfortunately so. Regarding the floor part. Thank you very much, Zelris. And next, we would have someone who is kind of on the brink at this point, their character at least. Skoll Shorties, could you please go ahead and introduce yourself and your character?
Yes, hi, I am Skoll Shorties, and I am playing the slowly dying, but not quite dead yet, Captain Buhd, who has been abused by fel reapers and demons and all sorts of things, and kind of just needs the break right now.
Understandable. Very much understandable. Thank you very much, Skoll. So, last time, the fragile balance of power in the Netherstorm shifts ever so slightly due to the actions of our heroes. Benjamin Aaran, Captain Bladebeard, and Lyri Embersorrow, along with Thompshire and Xal'atath, received the Nether Dragon's verdict, again, regarding their stance on the Ethereum. The dragons would act against the Ethereals, but would not cooperate with our heroes, at least not too much, considering them to be untrustworthy. Given the situation, the party opted to escape the Nether Dragon confinement with the aid of the local Sun Fury Blood Elves. Right before they were teleported to relative safety, Bladebeard pulled a card from the magical deck in his possession, which happened to be, quote, Betrayal. Our heroes arrived at a nondescript location in the wasteland, where they were greeted by the Sun Fury leader Oscuri, her mage Faultian, and 6 bodyguards. After a scuffle, Bladebeard convinced the elves that the party also served the Burning Legion, and the two groups then waited to proceed with ransoming Captain Buhd back from the demons. As for our ogre hero, still struggling in captivity, he was visited by a goblin rogue who offered her assistance to escape in exchange for helping her enter the nearby Echo Dome, though Buhd refused. His captain, Goshkorok, then attempted to have an Inquisitor possess him before the trade could go through. Fortunately, thanks to the aid of his hallucinations, which I'm told is a JoJo's reference, although I've never watched that show, Buhd was able to repel the attempt and even kill the lesser demon. As the trade then went underway, our party also managed to convince Gosh-Karak that they were servants of the Burning Legion answering directly to a very high-ranking demon. While Gosh-Karak was willing to aid the party with the full might of his armies if they were to assist him against the consortium, our heroes refused the offer. In the end, the demon departed with the Skull of Garuk, which he was promised in exchange for Buhd, and promised to send a lesser force, as much as he could spare, to aid our heroes. The two groups, our heroes and the Sun Fury, decided to head back to the local Mana Forge, the Blood Elf headquarters, to discuss how to deal with the Ethereum. On their way, however, the magically attuned individuals felt an ominous disturbance, revealed to be a void-mutated broken Draenei who stood in their path. So, turning back to present times, let's say, we have a little map for this upcoming boss fight. Just to clarify something for the viewers, I've already clarified for the players. The little shadow that you guys see on the left side of the map, the dark spot, is supposed to be the shadow of a floating island. Yeah, where DoomGoblin placed Bladebeard's token. Also, just to reiterate, like last chance for the players, I placed your tokens more or less like how I thought you guys would be walking based on like what happened last episode, but feel free to move your tokens around as you wish in the like general area of the like southeastern corner of the map if you think your characters would be in a different spot. This will be sort of your last chance to do so before we start the actual fight, alright?
Alright.
Okay, Skoll. I understand your repositioning. Anyone else who wishes to change their position, or shall we proceed?
I think we are fine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thompshire?
Yeah, no.
Okay. Very well. Bladebeard, I think Satea would have been walking closer to you. Do you mind if I move her closer to you?
Sure.
Okay. Alright. So, as you guys were walking down this, not really a path, this little canyon, for lack of a better term, not really the right term, anyway, to the Mana Forge, all the like magically attuned people, like at least those who had like at least an instinctive connection to magic, which would be pretty much everyone except Buhd, felt this very weird and dangerous disturbance, revealed to be the broken Draenei in the upper right corner. For Lyri, however, the disturbance was much more powerful. She could literally hear the tortured thoughts of the broken Draenei who constantly begged for help, for release, as well as the whispers of the void. And Zelris, you decided that Lyri would, at least for the moment, collapse on her stomach once she saw this. That being said, sorry, we shall start going in initiative order. I guess one thing before we start, Benjamin, would you like your little divine shield?
Definitely, yeah.
Okay, sorry, I had a little cough. Then it's a good thing I already have it written. Also, if you guys, I would point your attention to where Benjamin's divine shield is positioned on the screen. You'll also see another little text thing that says a storm of arcane and void. That's what's called a scene aspect, which we haven't done in a very long while, but basically the general environment has its own little aspect that you guys can spend fate points to invoke if you think it will improve your roll. So like say if the fact that there's a convergence of arcane and void energies in the area. If you think it would help your role in any way, you are free to spend fate points invoking that aspect. Make sense?
Okay.
Okay. So, before we go in initiative order, because we didn't really have a chance to explore that, what is all the player characters' reactions to seeing this tortured, broken Draenei emerge from on top of the northern cliff? And again, everyone except Buhd would feel something's very wrong about him. Like, I guess Buhd would also see it because he looks very messed up.
Okay. A guy no looks so good. Kinda like Buhd.
I recommend keeping your distance, says Tomo to you.
Yeah.
What's that thing supposed to be?
I don't know, but I think we should avoid him.
But also all of you would see Lyri collapsing.
What wrong with her?
Oh, where do we begin?
I mean, she on floor, not other stuff.
Okay. Shall we start with the initiative? Like the initiative order? Okay.
Sure.
Oscuri first. Oscuri, seeing this disturbing sight, will unsheath her weapons and she will instruct one of her bodyguards to take care of you, Lyri. Oscuri herself, however, will roll to create an advantage, basically to prepare her defenses. And she just barely succeeds. Alright. Okay. While I type in her advantage, Benjamin, it is your turn.
I'll try to figure out one of its aspects.
Okay, give me a moment so I can tell you the difficulties. Difficulty 4 for one of its tertiaries, 6 for its trouble or its other tertiary, and I think you require a critical hit for its high concept. And again, these difficulties aren't necessarily how useful it would be, but rather how likely you would be to discover this. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Then please roll if that's what you'd like to do. You're careful. That is insufficient unless you'd like to spend fate points or advantages.
No.
Okay. Then you will not. Faultian, the Blood of Mage's turn, he will say, What is that thing? Asking your party. Tomo just shakes his head in disbelief. Satea just looks concerned. Up to you guys if you want to respond.
Bud doesn't know what that is.
Then I think we'd best kill it. So Faultian will try to fire, no pun intended, a fire bullet at this thing. And deal 3 damage to it. Okay. You see this fireball hit the void twisted Draenei, and on its turn, I have to roll something first before I tell you what happens on its turn. Okay, interesting. The void twisted Draenei lets out this yell of pain and hurt. And to all of you, it sounds unusually loud. Lyri, you especially, you would feel it like almost in your bones how this creature screams in pain. And before your very eyes, this creature will vanish.
No.
As in, it's no longer visible, but everyone who is magically attuned can tell, oh yeah, it's clearly still there.
Oh no.
Oh, it's gone. Oh, thank goodness.
Okay.
Now we can leave.
Myrna's turn. She will attempt to roll her careful to see if she can detect the damn thing.
A question.
Mm-hmm.
Did we skip me?
We did, and I'm very, very sorry. I don't know how that happened. Bladebeard, your turn.
Alright. We can't see the creature.
No,
But I can tell that he's here.
Yep.
I can't even discover aspects then, right?
I mean, technically you can, and it would just be much more difficult.
I'll try to create an advantage by looking around and trying to spot him.
Well, you have the choice of either actually looking for him and telling everyone, oh, he's right over there, or just creating an advantage that will help you in general.
Oh, then I'll do the action.
Okay. Then give me a careful then. You have no idea.
Well, yeah, I can feel that he's still here, but I don't see him.
Feel how, says Satea.
I have no idea.
I mean, it's pretty clear that he's still here. I mean, she points up at the sky, and you guys see the clouds sort of converge on your presence, and lightning start to strike in your general vicinity. Okay. Was that your turn, Bladebeard? You can also move.
Yeah, that's my turn. I'll also... Hey, Buhd, Tamal, better stay behind, alright?
I'm not sure if behind is the safest place, Captain, but I will do that, yes.
Oh yeah, maybe somehow in between all of us, so we can kind of surround you.
It's the Manji formation. I hope you know that reference, Skoll.
Maybe.
Naruto, the Zabuza fight.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
I didn't remember the name for it, but I know exactly the formation you're talking about.
Anyway, Tamal will say, sure thing, Captain, and unsheaths their sword. Is that the end of your turn, Bladebeard?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, then let's see if Myrna can find where this thing went. Yeah, she would say, it's coming right for us, and would unsheath her weapon. Satea, she looks at you guys and says, I can do protection spells, I can try to attack, what would you like me to do?
Attack?
Okay, okay. Let's see what happens. Time means Satea gains an advantage, and basically you see Satya throw a shadow bolt, and it looks like as it passes, it almost like illuminates a silhouette right around this area where the little rock is. Okay? I think it's over there. While I type in her advantage, Buhd and Lyri, it's your turns.
Do you want to go first, Skoll?
I guess. I guess, is there a way that Buhd can create an advantage for others?
Yeah, I mean, creating an advantage can also be not just like what Buhd does, but it can also be like, oh, I see an escape route over there, and there's an escape route that everyone can use. Like, it can also be environmental stuff, if that makes sense.
Alright, I guess I'll spend my turn having Buhd look around for advantages that we could use with the landscape.
Sure, give me a careful.
What?
This situation is creeping you out.
Oh, I really don't like it here.
Lyri's turn?
Lyri will get up from the floor and shoot her daggers. We gotta kill this thing fast. And she will activate her new stun, Archaic Resonance, and she will, I guess, also use her other stunt to teleport and become invisible. And she will wait for that thing to, I guess, make its move and then try to attack it. So I guess, like, make an advantage, I guess.
Sure. Sounds like a careful or sneaky advantage. I can see careful or sneaky, but also feel free to move your token to where you would teleport on the map. Okay.
And sneaky or careful, right?
Yep. You create your advantage, and I think you gain 2 charges on it. Do you have a name in mind?
2 can play at this game because I'm also invisible.
Sure. Welcome back, DoomGoblin. Lyri is invisible where she is on the map. Okay. Tomo will stick by your side, Buhd, giving you an assistance for the turn. Alright?
Okay.
Okay. On the question mark, nothing happens yet. The Blood Elves will assume the generic Blood Elves will assume a defensive formation. And fail miserably. They are confused because they don't know where the enemy is coming from. Oscuri's turn. She... I guess she'll mimic you, Lyri, as in, like, ready herself to strike wherever this creature appears again. So I'll roll her careful. And she is unsure of everything and fails. Okay, Benjamin's turn.
I guess I'll do something similar and sort of just take my sword out and expect the worst, essentially.
Okay, sounds like a careful to me. I think your stunt would also apply. That's sufficient to create a charge. Would you like your advantage to be called?
Let's go with what I said. Ready for the worst.
Okay. And Benjamin, as you prepare yourself, you're going to receive a sending spell from Kyrie.
Okay.
She says, Sun Fury Blood Elves? Seriously? That's a lot to take in. Do you need me to inform the Teeironor? Oh, if you manage to get... It cuts off.
Come on, isn't she learned?
I'll paste that in chat and feel free to announce at any point that you have your reply ready. Alright? Foltian's turn. He looks around frustrated and says, "This might be a fool's folly. I can teleport us all to the Mana Forge. I just need to ready the spell." Oscuri says, "It might be worth to kill this thing so we can study it. I'm sure we can find some way to help ourselves against the Ephemerals by killing it. That might be too risky, my lady." Oscuri say, "Well, what do you think, newcomers?"
I like risky things. High risk, high reward.
Where's the reward from this?
I don't know.
Oscuri will say, "If we kill it and manage to take back its corpse, I'm sure we can learn much about what the Ephemerals are doing and how to counter it."
Oh, is this related to ethereals?
It's definitely the same magic.
Makes me worry that they're doing this to my people then.
I say we kill it. Send them a message.
If you insist, Foltian will spend his turn also doing like the same thing that Oscuri and Lyri are doing, aka ready to attack wherever the thing pops up at. So let me roll his careful. He fails. He is unsure, and he says, "Look, if you want me to teleport everyone away, we'd better start sooner rather than later." But above board, he will not be able to start this turn. Bladebeard, it's your turn.
Should we teleport? What do you think, guys?
It's also an opportunity we'd be remiss to miss, says Oscuri.
Benjamin, Buhd, Satea.
I'll follow your lead, Bladebeard, says Satea.
I'll turn to the models. Have your people fought these before?
Not this specifically, it's very, very new, very twisted, says Foltian.
Then we could get a significant advantage if we killed it, right?
Foltian says no, Oscuri says probably.
I can't just tell myself, oh, come on.
Tomo says this is definitely new and terrifying, and I'm not sure what it is. Even though I work for it's, I've never seen that before, says Tomo.
So if we don't kill it here, we will maybe have to kill it later. So, why not kill it while it's alone?
Let me roll Tomo's clever for something. Sure, Tomo will say, I'll follow your lead, Captain.
Alright. Buhd, should we stay or should we go?
We're not doing so good, so getting out of here might be a good idea.
I'll remind everyone it's Bladebeard's turn.
Oh yeah. I guess you're fighting. You go outvoted. Sorry.
Blasted fools, says Faultian. Quit complaining, Faultian, says Myrna.
Alright. The thing is still invisible.
Myrna said, "Oh, it's probably like around this area."
Alright, I'll try to carefully look at that area. Maybe I'll actually come closer.
Feel free to move closer. And again, question would be: is this a careful advantage or like a careful detection? Let's say.
Detection.
Give me a careful. You're only able to tell that Myrna was probably right. It's probably around there because the feeling of like uneasiness gets worse and worse, but you can't tell exactly where it is.
Alright, I guess that's my turn.
Okay. Let's check for... I need to roll some dice for this little beautiful person. Individual thing.
Creature.
Okay. Oh, like everyone will hear it scream, and all the magically attuned people feel like a surge of power somewhere in this area. Feel free, whoever is like magically adept, to roll me a clever to see to interpret what's going on.
Does my stunt apply?
Yes.
7.
Thompshire, okay. Lyri, you're able to tell that. Yeah, I think you would tell that with your roll and your stunt as well. This creature, the longer the fight goes on, the stronger it gets, and its stats improve. What happened this turn is that each turn it will semi-randomly do something. This turn, above board the dice, but what happens is the creature powered up slightly faster.
Okay.
Okay, so that was its turn. Myrna's turn. Myrna will spend her turn trying to look for the thing.
I mean, it just screamed. If she fails, I'm going to be very disappointed.
That's enough for her to tell. It's coming right for the troops, as in it's going to attack the generic Blood Elf group. Satea's turn. Satea says, "Do I fire? Do I risk hitting some of our friends? What do you want me to do?" Above board, for Satea and Tomo specifically, I'd like you guys to tell them what to do. Alright? And I'll flavor it, obviously.
Okay.
So she can attack, but she risks hitting the Blood Elf.
Unless she moves. And she can attack she doesn't know exactly where it is. She can attack generally where she thinks it might be.
Yeah, some AoE spell.
AoE has a high risk of collateral damage, but sure, she can do that.
I don't know. What do you guys think? Should she maybe do something defensive instead?
I don't know.
Defensive might be safer, so.
Yeah, but it's getting stronger.
Also keep in mind she is a necromancer. Perhaps she can find a corpse buried somewhere and resurrect it to have a little buddy.
I'm sure there'll be plenty of corpses by the time this thing attacks again.
Yeah, when this thing kills the Blood Elves, we can have them back.
And then the widows will kill
we
Taya.
quickly go to the Path of Glory so we can get a few bones?
Let's make a Lord Marrowgar ripoff.
Yeah, but like Fel Reaver sized.
I think Teus should just try and shoot at the thing, I guess.
Okay, and should she reposition to like not risk collateral damage?
What do you think?
Yeah, sure. Let's play it safe.
Sure. I mean, it's slightly less safe for her because she'd be moving closer to the thing, but sure. She'll be somewhere around here, and me check Satea's thing to have her roll. Okay. The shadow bolt flies off and it hits nothing. Like it flies off in towards like the shadow on the map, and it says, "Darn, I thought it was there." Bud and Lyri, it's your turns.
By the way, didn't I get 2 charges on my thing, or is it only
Oh, you're
one?
right. I mistyped. You do have 2 charges.
Okay. Just making sure I wasn't going crazy.
You would know from what Myrna said that it's somewhere around here.
Can I tell precisely, or do I not know?
You would need to roll and like use your turn to find out.
Okay. I think knowing that it'll be attacking the front lines, Lyri will
I would say, based on your previous roll, you're clever. Like currently, yeah, its mind is set on I'm gonna attack the like Father Bloodos, but it can change its mind next turn before the attack is made. You wouldn't know that.
Yeah, but Lyri's just gonna trust what Marina said. So I guess Lyri will continue to, I guess, try to create an advantage by getting ready to attack it when it appears and finish it in one blow. I guess that's Lyri's game plan.
Give me a sneaky or careful. Yeah, that's you are in stealth. Yeah, it's enough for 2 charges.
Okay.
Do you want 2 more at 2 can play this game?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. While I type that in, it is Bud's turn.
Bud will continue to observe the land around to see if he can find any vantage points from it.
Okay, give me a careful. I think with that roll you'd be able to tell as like the storm, no pun intended, gets like closer and closer and more agitated, and like you see lightning striking. It looks like it's striking more or less the same spots, although at different time intervals. Specifically the 3 little black dots that you see on the map.
Lightning strike in same place.
Like here and here as well.
And Bud will point at the places that it's striking in.
Here. You do create an advantage, by the way.
Awesome.
What would you like it called?
We'll call it lightning strikes.
Sure. Very well. Oh, actually, you also got a +1 from Tomo, but that won't really change much.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Tomo's turn. What would you like Tomo to do? Above board, he has incredibly weak stats and is content just assisting someone.
I think he'd be better off assisting people.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Well, Tomo would like to stay farther back from the enemy, so he'd probably assist someone who's also on the back lines, meaning either Bud or Benjamin. Any preferences?
Probably both. I think he needs it more.
Sure. Okay. Bud, you get an assist from Tomo. The Blood Elves will try to charge at the thing. Let's see what happens. They fail miserably, and like they attack in the general direction of the creature, but they all miss and they leave themselves open, giving the creature an advantage. Okay, top of the round, Oscuri's turn. She'll attempt to like order like the Blood Elves around, like discipline them and say, "Get back in formation, you fools! It could strike at any time." And I'll roll her careful to create an advantage. And she does. Discipline troops. I'll call it while I type that in. Benjamin, it's your turn. Do remember you have a message pending.
Yeah, I have the reply already. Was waiting for it.
Okay, feel free to let us know and also paste it in chat.
Sure. By the time they arrive, I assume we'd already be gone. Be that elsewhere or dead. Also, please remember the 25 words.
Okay. Please paste that in chat, alright?
Yeah, already did. Or should I send to the Roll20 chat?
The Discord is fine because you read it out loud. Okay.
And it's done.
Your turn. It is your turn, as I mentioned.
I think by this point, seeing that Tamal is with Buhd, I'd move to the front line-ish area. Do I have like a faint idea what it might be?
Yes, from what Mirna said, it's... actually, let me slightly move the big Blood Elf token. It's supposedly in the middle of the crowd of generic Blood Elves.
Okay. Then I guess I'd sort of try to send like a flurry of like small fireballs towards like a wider area to see if I manage to hit him.
Sounds careful or clever, but I will warn you that if you fail badly, I'll count it as an attack against the Blood Elves.
Oh god. Okay. Well, I'll risk it. Sure.
Sure. Okay, let me roll Artush's defense. Okay, it doesn't create an advantage. Your fireballs don't hit anyone in general.
Well, rip, I guess.
Faultian will say, "Still not too late to retreat." Are we seriously doing this? Shut up, Faultian, and get to it already, says Mirna. Faultian will sigh and probably spend his turn beginning to summon a Warlock minion. Bladebeard's turn. Actually, Faultian will also move back a little bit. No fool he. Bladebeard's turn.
So we still don't see the broken.
No, and unfortunately, it's in the middle of a Blood Elf crowd. You're able to tell that it's very close to you, like it feels very wrong, for lack of a better term, where you are.
I would really like to attack, but I don't know how. I guess I could carefully, but my careful isn't that good. Can I like also join the crowd, kind of hide among the blood elves?
Sure, sounds like a sneaky advantage, but is that what you'd like to do?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, then please feel free to do so. You create your advantage. What would you like it to be called?
What should it be, guys? Something like in the crowd. I don't know.
A little short to be a Sun Fury Blood Oath, I guess. You know, the Star Wars reference.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that what we're going for?
Sure.
Okay. Artush's turn. Let's see what happens.
Wait a second. The advantage is for me, not for a blood elf.
I'm very sorry.
No, I you can leave it if you want. I think it's funny.
No, I'll change it because otherwise I might get confused.
Yeah, I was like a little short to be a Sun Fury blood elf. What?
Maybe the dragons are right after all.
Okay. Artush on its turn, based on this roll. Lyri specifically, you would hear Artush's whisper, like cries of pain, and his constant pleadings to be saved, as well as the whispers of the void. But for everyone else, what you guys see, let me roll something else.
Oh no. These rolls always make me nervous.
Okay. Yeah. Give me a second. All of you guys see as like the storm sort of converges on your guys' location. These lovely things will begin showing up. One from the north and one from the south, based on that roll I just did.
Okay.
Okay, Myrna's turn. Myrna will mumble something under her breath and will try to kill the Void Walker that came from the south. Let me find her thing. Okay. And she heavily wounds that Void Walker, but it's not quite dead yet. Okay. Satea will listen to what you guys want her to do.
Is the Broken's still invisible, right?
Yep.
What a jug. So what should we have her do then? Satea.
Do you want me to try to find it? It seems to move sometimes, or should I?
I mean, in character, Mary's just not saying anything, so I always let everyone else do it.
Sure.
I think she should try to find it.
Okay, that she
I
will.
think her careful is pretty good.
It's there. It's barely moved. It's still in the crowd, and like as the like bloodos like jostling around randomly, now joined by Bladebeard, in the like jostle of people, somewhere in there is also the broken Draenei.
All right.
Okay, Buhd and Lyri's turns.
And Lyri's just sitting there with her empowered daggers doing nothing. I guess. I mean, it's still not visible. I guess Lyri will continue to do what she's been doing and just she'll get a bit closer to the crowd of blood elves and ready herself when it appears, because it seems to be taking a while.
The closer you get to the crowd, the more uncomfortable it feels.
Okay.
And the louder the shouting in your mind. But give me a forceful, actually. It will not be a hard roll, but let's just see. Yeah, you're able to handle it. Okay.
Okay.
Then, if you're going to do more or less the same thing, give me a sneaky or a careful.
12.
Okay, you do get your 2 charges on it. Same aspect?
Yeah.
Very well. While I type that in, it is Bud's turn.
I think Bud will continue to look around and see what else can help them out in some regard.
Okay, give me a careful then, please. That is a very good roll. Would you like me to tell you something about the Void Walkers or about like the general environment?
Let's go with the Void Walkers.
You're able to notice from like what Satea said and like their general demeanor, these the Void Walkers will almost automatically go where the Broken Draenei is, following him. And they will attack anything in their path towards the Broken Draenei. Which is another way to indicate where that broken may be.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
So basically, the Void Walkers, what they will do on their turn always is go in the direction of the Broken Draenei, wherever that broken may be. So, and it's also another way to indicate where the broken is.
So that's what Bud knows?
And the Void Walkers will obviously attack anything that gets in their way towards getting to the broken. Make sense?
Okay.
Those walkers of void, they go into the broken guy.
So should we kill them, says Satea?
Could be a way to find him.
It could also do some bad stuff to him. Bad for us. Also, above board, you create an advantage, and let me know what would you like it to be called.
We'll call it Spotted by an Ogre.
Sure. And while I type that in, let me
Or
know.
maybe he's ogre there.
Sure.
I mean, it's up to Skoll.
Sure. He's Ogre there. Alright. I dig it.
Okay. Tomo's turn. He looks very, very alarmed. What would you like him to do?
Maybe Tamal can also look around, like Bud was.
He can if you want to.
Unless anyone has any other ideas.
Sure.
Okay. I'll roll Tomo's careful. The storm, it's getting worse and worse. The sheer magic. Maybe whoever's a spellcaster could harness that energy, and above board, he will grant all of you a charge on the like scene aspect, a storm of arcane and void. Right?
Okay.
Voidwalker's turns. This one will. It seems to head like straight for you, Lyri, but you now realize based on what Bud said that it's actually heading towards Artush. As for the other Voidwalker, it will start heading this way, meaning it will attack Myrna. And Myrna blasts it aside with absolute ease, giving her an advantage. Okay, the turn of the Blood Elves. They will probably try to retreat and reform their ranks. So they will go probably like here-ish. And let's see if they manage to reform their ranks. They do. I'll give them a charge on disciplined troops. Okay. Oscuri's turn. She says, so do we kill the Voidwalkers or not?
I guess we smash.
Alright then. And she will attack the Voidwalker that's coming up on Lyri, even though she doesn't know where Lyri is. Okay, she sort of almost blinks, but unlike Lyri's blink, it's made of like dark smoke behind the Voidwalker and slashes it to bits, killing it instantly. Okay, Benjamin's turn.
I'll take the chance and try to attack the other Voidwalker this time by again using a fireball and we could just conjure one up and like throw it at the Voidwalker.
Sounds careful, forceful, or quick, but I will warn you that if you get a bad roll, you'll attack someone that's like in the line of fire, because there are multiple people between you and the Voidwalker.
Yes, please.
Okay. Okay, you hit the Voidwalker with a fireball and it dissipates. And Myrna says, "You stole my kill, human." Faultion's turn. He'll say, "So we're not teleporting away then?" "Oh, quit it already, Faultion." Faultion will spend his turn retreating somewhat and preparing a defensive spell. And he just barely succeeds. Okay. Well, I type that in. It is your turn, Bladebeard.
Alright. I am still hiding among the Blood Elves.
Feel free to move your token if you'd like.
Let's say, like, as they are retreating, can I, like, attack the thing? Satea pointed to where it might be, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll, like, still hiding, throw a dagger at that direction.
Give me careful, quick, or sneaky.
I'll go with sneaky.
Your dagger flies off in a random direction.
Should I improve that? Wait, what did I roll? Yeah, I got +0. So if I re-rolled, I could get better, but I could also get something worse. Yeah, sure. I failed.
The creature's turn. Let's see what happens. Okay, let me see what that means. Okay. It moves somewhere. And it will summon 2 more Voidwalkers. Let's see where they come up from. Okay, they will come from the the north and the east. It will be Myrna's turn next. She will probably spend her turn trying to figure out where the damn thing went. So let's see what happens. Kill Stealer, it's coming for you. Buhd and Lyri, your turns.
Not Sataya.
Sorry?
Not Sataya.
Myrna said, kill Stealer, referring to Benjamin, it's coming for you.
Okay.
Again, it chooses somewhat at random to go after.
No, but I'm saying, isn't Sataya before me and Buhd?
Oh, I'm so sorry, I'm a fucking moron. I thought you were... Okay, yeah. Sataya's turn. What would you like her to do?
Attack the creature? I mean, does she know that it's around Lyri somewhere?
It's not around Lyri.
Oh, but it's coming towards Lyri.
It's coming
No, it's
towards
coming towards
Benjamin.
Benjamin.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
I think given where she was and where Benjamin is, maybe she can try and like attack it.
Sure.
Like randomly throw a fireball or something at it, or whatever she does.
Sure. She will conjure up a volley of shadow bolts to throw in that general direction. Let's see what happens. They miss entirely, going wild. The creature gets another advantage. And not in character, because there aren't many signs in character, but above board you can tell that it's getting stronger. Now it's Buhd and Lyri's turns.
Lyri still has no idea where this thing is, does she?
It's heading for Benjamin, that's what you know.
Well, it's heading for Benjamin then.
So it's basically somewhere like on the map, somewhere between Bladebeard and Sataya's tokens, somewhere around there.
Mm-hmm. I guess Lyri will keep wandering around the periphery, but just biding her time, waiting for it to appear, and trying to, I guess, get the jump on it.
Sure. Feel free if you'd like to move your... Okay. And roll careful or sneaky, please, with your stunt applying. And that's sufficient for one charge. No, actually 2 charges, my bad. Same advantage?
Yes, same advantage.
Duly noted, Buhd, it is your turn.
I'm gonna have Buhd continue to observe the land as he's been doing.
Above board, you can do that, obviously, but above board there isn't much more information that I can give you. If you are, if you want to roll like for observing the land, and you succeed, it would mean I either give you another charge on like the scene aspect of a Stormwind of Arcane and Void, or you create your own advantage and you tell me what happens. Like you can say, oh, there's a conveniently positioned rock or something, but it would be something that you would come up with. Okay?
Alright.
Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, we'll do that. That sounds fun.
Give me a careful. So would you like another charge on a Storm of Arcane and Void, or your own advantage relating to the environment?
How about my own advantage? I think that sounds fun.
Sure. So what does Buhd spot?
How about, it's not like a lot of remains, but like, a small remains of like, something like, fell related, like a Legion device. Like, it's broken, it's mishmash, it's broken pieces of something.
Sure. And what would you like the advantage to be called?
We'll call it, we'll call it broken pieces.
Sure. Okay. Tomo's turn. Let me know what would you like him to do.
What can Tomo do? I guess try and help spot the thing, or...
The thing is, like, technically kind of already spotted.
Okay, what can Tomo do? Can he just skip his turn or something?
I mean, he can assist someone.
Yeah.
What, the next turn?
The assist counts like it improves all of that person's rolls until Tomo's next turn.
Okay, how about Tomo assists Buhd?
Sure. He sort of, like, it looks like he's hiding behind you, Buhd, but you get the inkling that he's got your back. Okay, Voidwalker's turns. One will go in this direction, meaning he will try to attack Oscuri and probably die miserably. Unfortunately, that's not Oscuri's attack. Oscuri just gets an advantage. Okay, the other Voidwalker will move in this direction, meaning he will run into Benjamin and try to attack Benjamin. How does Benjamin defend themselves?
How's it attack me, sorry?
It's wandering in your direction. It doesn't like seem to be going for you, but because you happen to be in its path, it's almost like trying to swat you aside.
Okay. So that's its attack, right?
Yep.
So, okay. Then
It is a forceful for you, the benefit of your
Okay.
stunt.
then I'll just simply step aside, but narratively wise, it's just so I can, attack it before, it does anything else, I guess.
Give me a quick, please, with your stunt applying. Yep, you succeed, and you also gain an advantage. Would you like another charge on Ready for the Worst, or...?
Yeah, sure. Let's go for that.
Okay, duly noted. The generic Blood Elf Mooks will probably move in this direction, trying to assist with whatever is going on, and they will try to create their own advantage. And fail miserably. Oscuri's turn. She will try to obliterate that Voidwalker. And she does kill it in one strike. And she moves closer in case she needs to assist. Benjamin's turn. You were warned that the thing is coming for you, and you were attacked from behind by the Voidwalker. Now, Thompshire? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Okay.
I think we lost Thumpshire.
Sorry. Discord was being... No.
Okay, okay,
Sorry.
okay.
Could you repeat that?
So, number one, it's your turn, and number two, again, you know that the creature is coming for you, and you also were just attacked by a Voidwalker from behind.
Okay. Then I guess I'll just, Okay. So this is the same Voidwalker that attacked me, right?
Yep.
Okay. Then by dodging, I sort of let it pass, right?
If you'd like.
Okay. So my idea is essentially I can just sidestep its attack and then right after just slash as quickly as possible to catch it in a way.
Sounds like a quick or a sneaky. And you dispatch the Void Walker instantly. It dissipates. Okay. Voltian's turn. He will... Sorry. He will move closer and try to attack the thing. And time meaning he gets an advantage. I'll give him another charge on... No, he'll create the advantage flying fireballs. And while I type that, do let me know what would you like Satea to do.
So what happens like in game with that?
Oh, I'm a dumb. It's not Satea's turn. It's Bladebeard's turn. What was your question, Zelris?
Like what happens in game with that? Does it miss or does it get close or what? The fireballs.
They miss, but they like as they're passing by, they clearly illuminate the thing, and you can tell that it's around here.
Okay.
Bladebeard's turn.
Alright, the moment I see it's illuminated, I'm gonna throw a bunch of daggers at it.
Give me forceful or quick then.
I'm gonna go with quick.
You miss.
Wait, a little short to be a Sun Fury wouldn't really help here.
If you can justify it to me.
Well, if I'm... No, I don't know. If I'm still hiding among them, maybe.
Sure.
It's like an unexpected attack.
Sure. Are you using
From below?
it? Mm-hmm. Are you using it to improve your roll or to reroll?
Let me see, wait. Yeah, I will reroll. Sure.
Give me a reroll.
Alright.
Time means
I
you would get
will-
an
oh.
advantage.
Yeah. Let's do some damage, right? Can I... Skoll, can I use his ogre there?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll use that to deal 2 damage.
Then I will spend one of my fate points to reroll. So, DoomGoblin, you're currently at 8 versus his 12 now.
Oh, I don't think I can beat that, so...
The difference
All
does
right.
mean it would get an advantage.
He would get an advantage. Unless... What?
You
To
get a
not-
better roll.
To not get an advantage, like... Basically, he's defending against you. On a defense, you gain an advantage if you beat the attacker by a score of like 3 or higher. 12 is is higher than 8 by 4, if that makes sense.
Alright, so I need 2 more points for him not to get an advantage.
Yep.
Do I have anything? I would have to need to spend fate points.
I mean, you could use another one of Buhd's, I guess, not fate points, advantages. Since I doubt he'll be spending them.
If you can justify how to use them.
Yeah.
Or I can... I mean, what do we have? What are his advantages? Broken pieces and... Yeah, that's it, right?
And
And strength as well.
you also have access, everyone has access to a Storm of Arcane and Void that you have 1 charge on.
Bladebeard doesn't know magic, so...
Sure.
I'll spend a fate point.
What are you invoking?
Stab, stab, stab.
Sure. Yeah, you make a flurry of blows in like that general area, but you realize that you missed and it's probably moved past you, not really even paying attention to you. Its turn.
Alright.
Let's see what happens on its turn. Also, DoomGoblin, can you talk for a little bit? I think there was a problem with your mic. Can you hear me, DoomGoblin?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Okay, yeah. It's fine, it's fine. Must have misheard.
Alright. Alright.
Same thing happens as before. Again, it gains power every turn. This time, instead of like attacking or anything, it gains power faster. It's now at an 11. And it moves. Okay. Mirana's turn. She will spend her turn trying to determine where it went. I've lost him. Satea's turn. What would you like Satea to do?
Just AoE the whole area was in until we can find it, I guess.
AoE. What? Sorry.
Like the entire area that it was in to try and find it, I guess.
Okay.
Or the area it was approaching from.
Okay.
We can't do anything till we find it.
Would you like that to take that as a trying to discover it or a attack?
Trying to discover it.
Sure. Okay, with that roll, she can tell, based on like the illumination of her shadow bolts, etc. It's snuck in with the blood elves again. Buhd and Lyri, it's your turns.
Lyri face palms as she again waits even longer and does the same thing she did last time.
Okay, give me a sneaky or careful. You'd get your 2 charges. Buhd's turn. Buhd's turn.
Trying to think of what Buhd could do besides observing. I guess he could continue to create advantages somehow.
And he can shoot this cannon too, I guess.
Can you just like fire gunpowder around?
Shoot his cannon at what? The thing is invisible still.
Can you just shoot like gunpowder at it or something?
Also, the thing is in the midst of the blood elf crowd.
Yeah, that'll go
Okay,
well.
Just some collateral blood elves, it's fine.
Can you like kick dust on it or something? I don't know.
I can have Buhd start chucking rocks, but that might hit the blood elves too.
But it kicks a big wave of sand to everyone.
Buhd just jumps around all everywhere and makes dust appear.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with Buhd. I guess he'll continue to create advantages for people by looking around for things that they can use.
Give me a careful.
Alright.
Would you, since Tamo is also still assisting you, would you like a charge on like the scene aspect of a Storm of Arcane and Void, or your own different advantage?
Let's do the first one with the Void.
Sure. The scene aspect gets another charge that everyone that's on Buhd's side can use. Okay. Tamo's turn. He looks scared and as usual is awaiting your orders.
Assist Buhd. I think that's what he should keep doing.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Tamo crouches behind Buhd. Okay. No Void Walkers on the scene. The Blood Elves will probably try to attack, like, because it is in their midst and they're probably a bit sick of it. It's not +1, my bad. Okay. Okay. The thing gets an advantage as the Blood Elves just make a mess of themselves. Oscuri's turn. Oscuri will say to the Blood Elves, just fall back, you're making things worse for now. And she will try to create an advantage, basically. And she fails. Benjamin's turn.
So the elves are falling back, right?
They will, probably. The failure of Oscuri's advantage is probably that her order didn't get through.
Okay, then I'm gonna run into the crowd and try to attack the broken void thing.
Give me... Sounds careful to me. Maybe quick. But if you roll badly, you will attack the Blood Elves. Okay?
How can I miss a sword swing? That's a lot of firepower, huh? Okay.
I mentioned that it's getting stronger the longer the fight goes on.
I guess I'll use my 2 advantages, ready for the worst. Has it taken any damage yet?
Yeah, it took a stress right at the start.
Which stress?
Level 3, I think.
Yep, level 3.
Then I'll use one of my fate points in addition to my 2 advantages.
What are you invoking?
Traveling sorcerer, I guess. I've faced some strange creatures before, I guess.
Sure. Nothing like this though. But it will use 1 charge of its consume to just take 1 point of damage.
Okay. Then I'll use one of my divine shields.
How does that help with something that's
because void no light. So I don't know, as I approach it, maybe it does something. I don't know.
Sure. Very well. It will use another charge of its consume to mitigate that damage, to only take 1.
Then I'll do the same again for my second divine shield.
Then it will use another consume to mitigate it.
Does it have any more?
No. I mean, Benjamin has a lot of fate points.
I mean, yeah. No, I have 2. That's not a lot. I'm trying to think how Storm of Arcane and Void would apply here. Maybe like the Storm of Arcane and Void is kind of disorienting towards the broken thing creature. I don't know. Is that a good enough explanation?
Yes and no. Like, I'll accept your explanation. It's just that it's more so disoriented in general rather than the storm being what's disorienting him. But I'll accept your explanation. You are using a charge of a Storm of Arcane and Void?
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll use one of my fate points to only take 1 damage.
Shiny win.
Okay. You make a slash and you do hit something that like is invisible with the naked eye, and your sword is like dirty now with bluish blood, but also like some very dark, like black substance, and the creature lets out this scream of pain that for Lyri especially it would be very uncomfortable.
Can other people see the blood coming from the creature?
Yep.
Or...
Yep.
Thank God. All right. Thank you, Benjamin.
Well, not like the drip of blood, you'd have to observe that, but rather the splash of blood. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Fultian's turn. He'll say, I think it's getting stronger. Should we retreat? Shove at you with your stupid retreats, says Myrna. Then Fultian will grumble and throw a fireball at it. And the thing gets an advantage as the fireball like comes up to where Benjamin struck the thing, but it doesn't look like it made impact. It looks like it disappears. Above board, it probably consumed that little piece of magic. Bladebeard's turn. You saw Benjamin wounded. Also, Benjamin, feel free to move your token.
Yeah. What should I do?
Not over there.
I mean, can you even land a hit on it?
I mean, I have plus 6.
You're also
and
pretty
he has
sure.
plus 11.
So if it gets a -4, that is a 7. Okay.
Huh. I can assist someone, but how? Who should I assist? First of all, I guess Lyri. She has a bunch of aspects.
But she's also invisible.
Yeah.
I don't know how you'd assist an invisible person.
Well, then I'll...
Maybe, can you maybe make an advantage to, like, stop it from moving or something? I don't know. Try and, like, pin it down.
I guess. I'll... like...
Kick sand on it or something, I don't know.
No, I was thinking maybe
Sorry, Thompshire.
I should like run around it, like jump around it, and like have its focus be on me, and something like that.
Sounds like a flashy advantage.
I guess it does. Can I spin it to be quick?
It's very flashy. You're trying to grab its attention.
Yeah. I get it. So sure, yeah, I'll do flashy.
Sure. Not quite.
Not quite. Can I?
The reason is something that Bladebeard wouldn't know. It's something that Lyri only knows. That the creature acts kind of randomly. Not really affected by outside stimuli. That's why the difficulty is high.
It also hasn't attacked us yet.
Yeah.
So it's very
Alright.
bad.
That's my turn. At least I didn't create an advantage for it.
Yep.
True.
Let's see what it does. Give me a sec. Yeah, that's once again you hear its screams of agony as it gains even more power. It's now at a 13.
But it hasn't moved, right?
I cannot tell you that.
Oh no.
Myrna's turn. It's still around there. Above board, the 12 is one of the generic blood oaths that it's now following around.
Great.
Satea's turn. What would you like Satea to do?
I don't know, like mark it somehow so we can see where it is.
She could make an advantage to make spotting it easier, sure.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, give me a second. I can't get a clear view on it. But Lyri, it's your turns. This thing is at a plus 13 at the moment.
Yep.
Hey.
I mean, Lyri just can't attack because she's moved and her dagger's a short range, so you can't really just like swipe around and find it. I guess we'll do it.
You can throw a spell at it.
Yeah, but she empowered her daggers right when she teleported for the first time, so be wasting the stun.
Also,
Throw a dagger.
using a spell or attacking would undo her invisibility.
Yeah.
But you have a bunch of advantages.
Yeah, but if she doesn't attack sneakily, then it's all for nothing.
Alright, I think you can bullshit your way to sneaky, but do whatever.
But what about my new stun? Come on, I gotta attack my daggers. It's gotta be a good first showing. Oh, by the way, how much extra would it add to the roll if I did attack my daggers?
I'm undecided between 2 or 3, because it is for the next 2 attacks.
Yeah. I think maybe 2 would be fine, but I guess it's up to you.
I'll think about it, yeah.
Lyri will do the same thing she did last time and just continue getting ready and trying to wait for it to appear because, I mean, this is just... why are you even attacking this thing? You're not doing anything.
Give me a sneaky or careful.
Oh, that's really bad.
You trip and fall on your face.
Yeah, that's to be expected.
Probably attributed to the fact that this thing, it's uncomfortable to be around, and like the whispers constantly bombarding your mind, it's distracting.
Yeah, Lyri kind of gets up and tries to regain composure and look back to where it should be.
Bud's turn.
I'm trying to think of like ways to create advantages for everyone. Maybe he can like pile up some rocks for people to throw. I don't know.
Sure.
I'm trying to think of ways that Bud can help out without getting too close.
I mean, obviously, Skoll, you can obviously do that. It's just that the other players or NPCs are not obligated to use the rocks.
That is true. I'm just thinking of ways Bud would help out. Yeah, I guess Bud will keep trying to look around for things that they can use against this thing, then, maybe.
Sure, give me a careful, with Tomo assisting you. That is sufficient. What would you like to discover? Or you can also give another charge on a Storm of Arcane and Void, up to you.
Yeah, we'll go for another charge on the Arcane and Void. I feel like that's helpful.
What should Tamal do? Tamal says, maybe we should take that nice blood oath up on their offer and get the hell out of here?
I'm not against that. This place is spooky.
That thing is spooky. What should Tamal do?
I can't see it, so.
Oh, it's there. It's there. It's growing stronger. Points at the clouds coming closer and closer.
I say we should retreat then.
Tamol nods and is still unsure what to do.
Maybe we should get word around that we should retreat then. They pretty far. Well, not too far, but yeah.
Okay. Then unless you object, Tamol will try to create a flashy advantage, I guess, by running around the field like a madman.
Okay.
Tamol makes it up to here before tripping and falling, partly because of the injuries, partly because he's scared. Okay. No Voidwalkers on the field, so the Blood Elves will... Let's see if they heard Oscuri. They didn't hear her, so they'll try to continue hacking at the thing. Yep, and the thing definitely gets its advantage. Oscuri's turn. She says to everyone, should we retreat after all? Yes, says Faultian, but obviously you guys decide.
I think a good idea.
But the thing is outnumbered. We are winning, right?
We are? Can even see it.
Maybe it can't even see us.
Oscuri will try to do the shadow poof thing and will appear in the midst of Benjamin, Bladebeard, and Blood Elves and try to attack it where it was last spotted. Not +0, my bad. Just barely misses. Okay.
Does she has advantages?
Oh yeah,
right?
she has a charge of quick on her feet that she will use.
And ready for anything.
Yeah, and ready for anything that she will also use. And it will take up 2 of Artush's consume charges that he will use to counter. Okay, well, you wasted Artush's advantages, so not all is lost. Benjamin, it's your turn. You see the Blood Elf leader teleport in the midst of you guys and just narrowly miss the thing.
By the way, since it's getting stronger, can we sense it more where it is? Or
I'd say so, yeah.
okay, that's one good thing to come out of this, I guess.
So, how long are you gonna take to one-shot it? It's only getting stronger.
I'm not gonna one-shot it. Are you kidding me? I need more time.
More time, but it's more. You're gonna use your attack when it has +28 of its stats. Okay. Okay, so its stats are already massive. So I guess I've got no choice but to create advantages. Otherwise, I'm gonna die.
If it randomly decides to attack you.
Yeah, man hasn't tagged anyone yet.
Yeah, it's always rolled to either empower itself or summon Voidwalkers. But who knows? What are you doing, Benjamin? How are you trying to create an advantage? Thompshire? Okay.
What's the battlefield in general looking like?
Very chaotic from your point of view. As a bunch of people are trying to strike at thin air and sometimes hitting, sometimes barely missing.
Then sure, why not? I'll try to figure out the chaos and how to, use it to my advantage.
Okay, Peter Baelish, give me a careful of your stunt applying.
Oh, that's not good.
That's a lot of movement and with a lot of flashing lights. No. Faultian's turn. He'll say, so are we teleporting away or not? Myrna at this point is unsure whether she should shut him up or not.
No, we are not. The guy is already dead. Just give us a second.
Sake. He'll try to throw a fireball at it. And fail miserably, giving it an advantage. Bladebeard, your turn.
I will assist Oscuri.
Sure. Duly noted. Then it is its turn, Artusia's turn. Let's see what happens. Once again, you hear its screams of pain as it gains power at a faster rate. It is now at a 15.
Is D1 the attacking button? I've never seen it roll on a D1.
1 is Voidwalker's, 2 it's gain more power, 3 is attack.
So we've not landed on 3 a single time yet?
Yep.
Wow.
It is now at a plus 15.
It's wonderful.
Yeah, very much so. Okay. Let me write that down. Myrna will spend her turn trying to locate it, as usual. I can't see a thing over there. Satea's turn. What would you like her to do?
Same thing. Just try and find where it is.
Okay, give me a second.
I feel like most people can't attack it now. They just have no chance of doing any damage.
Satea lets out a scream and says, "Ah, it's right next to me!" Buhd and Lyri, it's your turns.
Okay. Satea's saying that, and Lyri kind of feeling its power and where it is. She's going to quickly try to blink to it to avoid having to, like, deal with getting closer slowly and hearing, the horrible whispers. She's going to blink behind it, or where she thinks it is, and stab that sucker from invisibility.
Give me quick or sneaky.
Okay, so that'll be a 10 with my stunts.
Yep.
And a 12 with my daggers, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I have a 12. Now just use all of the advantages I found.
Okay. All of them?
Yep.
Okay, well, let's see how much that would be. So it'll be 2 advantages to tie. Because it does have like a set amount of hit points. Let me do some quick math before I spend any more, alright?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's 4, 8 plus 14. So it has 14 hit points left, so it'll be 7 of your things. Do you have 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have 8. Okay, you use 7. It will use a charge of consume to mitigate the 7. So I'm guessing you're going to use a charge, your last charge.
Yep.
So that would be lethal, but I will use my fate point to make it not lethal.
Okay. Somebody compel me so I can use a fate point safely. Thank you.
Okay.
You also have the advantages graded over the course of the battle, etc.,
Oh,
etc.
yeah.
I don't care. I'll compel her anyways.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I'll invoke Reckless Scoundrel. If she's, gonna stab the thing, she might as well, tap a bit into it,
Okay,
No.
I'll take that.
Yeah. Take some of that, yeah.
And I will immediately use that fate point again on a Reckless Scoundrel, since I'm kind of putting in and stabbing it out of nowhere. to boost my roll.
And I'll use my last remaining fate points to prevent lethal.
And I will use one of the Storm of Arcane and Void to prevent that.
Okay. Do I have anything? No. Okay. Describe how you kill it.
Okay. Our first one shot. What? Oh, wait, it's not one shot. It was hit 2 times.
Almost a one shot. Almost.
Almost a one shot. Lyri will teleport out of nowhere, stab it in the back, I guess.
It lets out this horrifying scream, but yeah.
And as it does that, of course, the scream kind of I guess, deeply disturbs Lyri because, of the void whispers in her mind. So she will, I guess, quickly mana tap it and try and suck that broken dry of all its horrible bad vibes and juice, etc.
I will need a careful roll and a forceful roll from you.
Wonderful.
Awesome.
It's the Lyri way.
Lyri, you mana tap the thing and are just overwhelmed by its energies, and you just feel the suffering it has suffered, no pun intended, all the while. And you feel sort of overwhelmed by this just huge influx of pain, as well as the unfortunately familiar void energy. The thing we talked about will probably happen, the thing we talked about in private.
Yeah.
But you also hear another voice in among the cacophony, and we will see what happens as the thing drops dead and it removes its it loses its invisibility.
Do we get an eye color change?
Lyri will keep, I guess, idly stabbing at its corpse, just hacking at it, making sure it's dead.
I told ya, easy peasy. It's dead.
Well done, Lyri.
Oh, it's over. That's good.
You're looking a little more purple than a minute ago.
Lyri just continues to stab at it.
Sin Lyri, stop! You're not well, says Oscuri, and she crouches down next to you. Can you give me a forceful, Lyri?
Sure.
The new voice in your mind urges you to kill Oscuri. It's very compelling. I will say it's not the voice of the void that you're quote-unquote used to. It sounds different.
Okay, that's a bit weird. Can Lyri sense it is not the voice of the void? I guess she can.
Yeah, I did inform you, yeah.
Okay. Lyri will, I guess, stop stabbing the corpse and I guess just look to Oscuri.
She puts a hand on your shoulder and says, "Come on, you're clearly not well."
Not well?
Look at yourself. Why would you even think of mana tapping the thing?
It worked, didn't it?
Did it? I think it was dead long before that happened. We have to get you fixed, but I genuinely don't know how.
Fixed?
Just leave her to her fate, Oscuri. I will not, and you know why I will not. The one who said leave her to her fate is faulty and above board.
Yeah, I guess. Can Lyri Lyri just kind of stands up and looks around.
You see your companions, and the voice in your mind urges you to run Oscuri through.
Lyri tries talking to the voice, I guess.
Hmm?
Who are you?
Give me Flash Your Forceful.
I guess.
Obey.
No.
Give me a Forceful.
It's wonderful.
Your arms feel compelled to move.
I guess Lyri will smash at the Scurry then. In a very
Yes.
forceful manner.
Um,
I mean, she's doing it none of her own volition, so I guess it depends on who's controlling her, but...
compromise. I was gonna ask you to roll sneaky, but let's compromise and have you roll quick, okay?
Okay. Oh, that's a really good quick roll.
I rolled the wrong thing. She doesn't have a 0. I rolled the wrong thing.
Wait, doesn't my dagger also apply to that, so it'll be a 9?
Yep, meaning it's a tie. You gain an advantage.
Wait. Does Oscuri has a assist from me still? Does that apply on defenses?
Let's say just for this action, yes. We were out of initiative order, but let's say for this action, yes. Also above board, the storm starts to dissipate. Well, as much as Netherstorm allows it to dissipate. So, with a tie, Lyri, you gain an advantage. Would you like to name that advantage?
I guess controlled actions. Because she's being controlled.
Sure. You slash up at her and she sidesteps back at the last moment, clearly shocked, and says, "What's gotten into you?" Everyone sees this, by the way.
Uh-oh.
Lyri's just kind of silent and trying to realize what's going on.
Give me a clever, but I also roll to most clever.
A 6.
That presence in your mind, it sounds not like one of the void creatures that you've heard, met before. Tamal, because of that role, approaches you and looks to study you, and after a couple seconds takes several steps back in shock and fear and says, we should get away and leave Lady Lyri here now. That is we should leave now. Probably leave the Netherstorm now.
That
Is she
wasn't
going to explode?
Probably not, but if that's who I think it is, we need to go now.
What? Tamal! Lyri kind of yells at him.
Please don't approach me. Please don't look at me. I don't want him to see me.
So the Nexus Lord.
No, worse.
Who is controlling my actions, Tamal?
Give me a forceful.
Okay.
Okay. It's my former employer's boss. We should go now. And leave her behind. We really, really should. For once I concur with the Ephemeral, says Faultian. I will not leave anyone behind, especially not her, says Oscuri.
And who's your boss's boss?
I'd rather not say his name out loud right here. Tamal runs behind Buhd.
I'm going to use my stunt.
Tamal runs behind Buhd. Go ahead,
I'm going to
DoomGoblin.
use my stunt and ask the creature in my head, who is his boss's boss?
You see an image of a world utterly corrupted by void, and
Oh no.
at the center of it is one ethereal that like stands tall over a group of ethereals, sort of reveling in the corruption and harnessing its energy. It is that one ethereal, and you will actually hear the name come to you once I find the exact name, because I don't want to make a mistake. Viceroy Nazar.
All right. Nazar. I'll say his name out loud.
Tamal screams and runs away.
Well, we dealt with the Janai thing. Let's get back to the Mana Forge.
Yes, but without you. With her.
You maybe just kind of shakes her head. I dealt with the thing. What did you do? Huh?
Propose the most rational course of action, which I will repeat. We really should. One more word out of you, Faultian, and I'll gut you myself. You know who she is to me. Milady, I think your judgment is one more word.
Wait, are you Lyri's mom?
Lyri, why did you mana tap the broken?
Felt like it.
That's not sufficient reason, is it?
You should listen to your mother, Lily.
That's not my mother. My mother's dead, Bladebeard. Lyri will shake her head.
Who's the closest to Lyri?
Who was the closest to Lyri?
It was a scurry, but she like jumped back when she...
Oh yeah, I should move Lyri where she is. She's right here where the guy was.
Sure.
So probably Benjamin, Bladebeard, or Sataya, or just a random generic blood elf.
It would not be Sataya. She'd steer clear of you. The blood elves would also steer clear of you, so either Benjamin or Bladebeard.
Bladebeard is not afraid of Lyri.
Okay. What about Benjamin? Thompshire? Did we lose him again?
He died.
Shire.
The void corrupted him.
He's still in Discord.
He's
Hold on,
shocked by the details.
Varian Rin. If that works. That always works.
He's too shocked by the details of what happened. He can't. He's lost for words.
Would not surprise me.
I guess Lyri will, continue to ask. So, Fix, how do you propose...
Remove the malign influence, preferably.
Mm-hmm. I've already done that once. It's not that hard.
Did you now? By the way, has anyone done anything about Tamal who just ran off in towards the southeast?
I think Bud would follow him, to be honest.
Okay. Mr. Buhd, we really should leave. Anything teleportation, anything you have that could get us out of here pronto?
I have my cannon.
Not helpful.
Do you have anything?
Not on me. Tamal continues running.
Oh, Thompshire disappeared.
There
from
he goes.
Discord.
So what color are Lyri's eyes now, huh?
I mean, it's partially up to you, but it will definitely be something voidy.
Mm-hmm.
Like
At this point, Lyri is definitely the first void elf aside from Illyria. Actually, no, she's the first even before Illyria. Oh my god.
Zelris, your character is yours, so you can obviously transform it as you'd like. But it's up to you if like you'd want the transformation to be just like, oh, her hair is colored, slightly darker, or if you want to go like Void Elf, or if you want to go like what happened to this broken that like you have a crazy arm and like half your torso is void or something.
So actually, this is a funny thing to mention while waiting for Thompshire. The whole like thing that I talked about with Teeironor was just, oh yeah, for next season I want Lyri's head to just be all black, and this is I guess one of the ways that could have happened.
I did mention that. Oh yeah, there's some void stuff in the storm, and that could definitely speed stuff up.
Yeah. So Lyri is just kind of horrible and kind of palely blue colored with dark hair now. It's more pale than blue though, it's not full blue.
Sure.
She just looks very, very sickly.
I kind of wish that like, just cause like that's sort of the general aesthetic of the void, that like you'd have a tentacle coming from your back or something.
You know, I feel like she's not that far away from growing one. Give it a few more times, you know. She's not messing with a weird Rubik's Cube or a Dark Naru, so...
Oh, DoomGoblin, when did you draw that thing you posted in chat?
Oh, at one point I drew a bunch of Lyris.
That's where the
that
Demon
GIF.
Hunter one came from, yeah.
That GIF that I made.
GIF. Don't you dare.
I knew it. But yeah, for that GIF of a bunch of Lyris,
Uh-huh.
one was that one.
Can I show it on screen for the viewers?
I think that would be easier for them to understand what the hell are we talking about, so sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, above board, I'll probably cut out a lot of this portion while we're waiting for Thompshire.
Makes sense. It's so cool. Lyri is now got another voice in her head. You know, if Buhd failed last episode, that means 3 of us would have had voices in our heads. That would be so cool.
Well, Benjamin has
Kyrie.
Kyrie.
I guess Buhd would technically have more than just one, because he'd have his ancestors too, probably.
This is so awesome.
But
Oh.
now he's kind of...
Thank God I saved up all those adventures, though, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Also, thank God it never tried to attack.
Luck of the dice. I was kind of expecting it more to be kind of a massacre, but yeah.
Yeah. It feels kind of bad, actually. It just did nothing, and we just killed it.
Yeah, it just kind of wandered around, and like while the Blood Elves were like jumping backwards, like, oh, is it next to me? Is it next to me? It was jumping along with them.
The most innocent boss we ever fought. It was just playing jump rope with us.
If we killed it.
There was a 33% chance it could kill you every 6 seconds, technically.
True.
We could have gotten Bud's death in this episode.
Yeah. Technically, yeah.
That is scary.
Well, I like that Lyri Mana tapping it was determined by Benjamin Thompshire, our good friend.
Yeah, we have him. We have him to thank for that. Good job.
Yeah.
Zelris, I will mention that the presence of the Viceroy in your mind is slightly more permanent than like just the random void whispers.
Yeah.
Does this cancel the ogre slavery thing? or is she still going to get summoned by the ogre?
Oh.
Wait, if she gets summoned by the ogre, can the Viceroy control her while she's being summoned by the ogre?
Guess we'll have to find out.
You
That's
are
a fun-
a slave to 2 entities right now.
I mean, it's nice to feel wanted, you know?
Viceroy Nazar, Destroyer of Worlds, Corruptor of a portion of Argus, and Random Ogre Mage.
Also, we can't kill him, so we'll have to find another way to semi-permanently get rid of him.
It would be kind of funny if the random ogre mage
Overpowers
started to
him.
get... Well, yeah, that, but I was gonna say, like, actually gains some notoriety and, like, actually becomes a threat.
Depends where our campaign will take us then.
he gets hold of the Buhd corrupted ogres, couldn't save them in time. He uses that to take over the whole Badlands.
The depressing, sad Bud ending. Bud survives, but all of his ogre friends are all messed up.
Lyri's messed up. How is it not already a bad ending?
Well, it's a bad ending for Bud's ogres.
I guess that's.
I mean, you were already kind of messed up before the ogres were captured, so.
She was a little bit better after she got Nazov sucked out of it. Not Nazov, Xal'atath even.
Yeah.
Give it time.
Yeah.
I genuinely, like, mid and long term don't know where the campaign shall be headed with this little development, to be honest.
Yeah. I don't know either, but that's exciting.
Yep.
And before we have to send Lyri off for a while and have to make a new character. Lyri gets put in the like a jail cell locked away. She can do no harm.
Phantom Zone.
Yeah, she gets taken to the Shadow Dimension for like 5 episodes.
Or we, I don't know, we fast forward in time to like BFA and you join the Void Elves.
She's a prisoner in the Violet Hold and the Nexus, and she's just like right next door to Chromatus, and they're just prisoner buddies.
No, she should be prisoner buddies with our good friend
Krara and Gartoon.
Yep.
and also Meridia.
Maybe.
She was so
Don't
desperate
know.
on going to jail. She'd probably go in there for free.
I would like to see our season 1 characters again.
I mean, we are kind of as far away from them as possible right now.
You want to go further away? Let's go to Argus.
I mean, right at fucking Lyri's feet is a plot point that could lead you to Argus, yes.
I don't know.
I had a feel.
Literally or metaphorically?
Um,
You mean the broken?
Yeah, the broken.
That was
Broken, not broker.
yeah.
That's the brokers are entirely different.
I veto any Shadowland stuff.
That's fair. I veto it as well because I don't know anything about Shadowlands.
The brokers probably are the only good thing in Shadowlands I like, but they really are just diet ethereals.
Yeah, I'm slightly surprised they didn't just put ethereals in.
I mean, there is a theory from the brokers themselves that they might be related to the ethereals, but who knows?
But in what way though? Like, how could they be related to the Ethereals?
Yeah, because the ethereals were like flesh and blood people before like the void showed up.
Well, the brokers don't know where they came from. It's assumed that they always exist in the Shadowlands, but
They just don't know.
some of them they don't know. Yeah, so
It's
they
embarrassing.
maybe they're dead ethereals that somehow got into the Death Realm and are like, death magic, my favorite.
It'd be cool if it were just like the skin they lost. I don't know. It's like Ethereals instead of being wrapped with bandages, they're wrapped with skin. Yuck.
I mean, I guess that could be an ethereal villain. That could kind of actually be kind of cool as a concept.
I think we will decide when Thompshire gets back, like what to do with the whole Lyri situation and like, do you teleport to the Mana Forge or not, etc., etc., and probably call it after that decision point. Make sense?
Yeah,
Sure.
But
that was a long battle.
I do think after like we reach that decision, etc., you guys will have reached a major milestone and quote unquote leveled up.
Hooray!
Oh, right.
Woohoo!
This is a big thing that just happened. We killed a random defenseless, non-attacking Draenei guy.
Yeah, that was kind of messy. I mean, it was ominous, like his very presence felt bad and he attracted like storms of arcane and void energy and void walkers. It was ominous.
And he could have been our next Shallan.
Thank God I could one-shot him.
I think he's a bit too far gone to be your Shalon.
I know. I'm making it.
Lyri can be your new Shalon. Come on, Skoll.
Who can be our new Shalon?
Lyri.
Oh, I guess.
Lyri should use the withered, female withered.
I was about to say that.
No nose, bones, skin, purple.
Loses her nose. It just falls off. It's
There's
horrible.
something different about you, Lyri. New haircut?
You say as on Lyri's nose is like peeling off her face. So, Buhd didn't die.
Still alive. Don't jinx.
I mean, you can rest when you get back to the Mana Forge, though.
Still
That's the plan.
Still alive. Oh, your Lyri drawing is very, very cool, actually.
Ah, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Buhd. I mean, like, there isn't a lot of the new stuff with Buhd, but I do like the cannon and the hat. The cannon looks really nice.
Yeah, drawing.
I don't think it was ever explained canonically why Bud's cannon looks different, but
I think it was
we found a new one.
I mean,
in
we
Booty Bay.
were at Booty Bay. You could have just stolen off from a ship or something.
I like the idea of him upgrading it.
Yeah, fair.
Because he is a heavy weapons guy.
He should get like badass ogre stuff for next.
Oh
season.
yeah, I kind of want to like have Buhd have more ogre stuff now. With
He's been talking with his ancestors and stuff. So
yeah. Like I kind of like this like the idea of like a Two-Face type look where like half of his look on one side is ogre stuff and the other half is pirate stuff.
I actually created like a cool little thing that I think Lyri would wear next season, but it's like, you know, that it was Blood Elf like face guards the guards wear.
Yes.
I like just split one down the middle, so it's like it's half a face guard. and I think it looks cool.
Oh, that sounds cool.
I think it looks very, very awesome. Also, I like asymmetry a lot. I think Lyri for season 2 was meant to have like claws in only one hand, but Thompshire was like, "Can we have it on 2?" And I was like, "Sure, why not?"
Hello. I
Look
returned.
who it is.
Hello.
He's alive.
Everything all right on your end?
Yeah, just the usual. Long time booting up. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
My computer does the same thing, I get it, yeah. We were saying that we'll like end this scene because this is a big decision point for you guys, like what to do with this like void corrupted Lyri and with the blood oaths, etc, etc. And after we end the scene with your guys' decision, for lack of a better term, we'll probably end the episode too. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Did I miss anything or?
No, we stopped.
Yeah, we stopped. To recap for everyone as well, for our viewers, Tamal is running away, Buhd is chasing after him. Lyri was revealed to have the voice of Viceroy Nazar inside their mind. Oscuri is trying to plead with Lyri. Faultian is saying just fucking leave her, and Oscuri told Faultian to STFU, basically. It's more or less in the hands of you guys, the players. But
Oh yeah, and Benjamin and Bladebeard and Lyri, so
yeah.
they're in the danger zone.
Oh yeah, that's the very last thing that I asked, like where we stopped was who was near Lyri and was Bladebeard, and asked Thompshire, where's Benjamin? And that's where we realized Thompshire wasn't there.
Yeah, I guess he'd still be there.
Okay, so you are next to Lyri too. Okay. Well, continuing straight on, Lyri, can you roll me a forceful?
Sure.
The voice orders you to stab Benjamin, but you are able to resist if that's what you want to do.
Lyri will resist it.
Sure.
This Nazar guy is telling me to stab you, Benjamin.
Okay. That's not new for voidy voices.
Who is this Viceroy Nazar, says Oscuri, and why did Ethereal run away?
I'm assuming
I'll-
he's the boss of the boss that Tamal was talking about.
I'm gonna get them back. Just wait here, and I'm gonna run off towards Buhd and Tamal, because they are weak and they're gonna die.
Yeah.
Quite possibly.
Lyri will, I guess, take off her gloves and, like, I guess, crack her knuckles, and that's when she realizes that, oh no, my skin is super duper pale. This thing really did a number on me, huh?
Yeah, and your eyes changed color again.
I mean, that's just to be expected, though. What, like a little pale purpley blue again?
Lyri, Sin Lyri, please, we need to get you fixed, for lack of a better term. Come with us back to the Mana Forge. We'll set up a containment room and try to purge the corruption from you.
Containment. Okay.
Isolation room, to keep you isolated from whatever forces are trying to control your mind. Please, can you give me another forceful?
Sure.
It tells you to stab Oscuri.
I guess do it then, since I did not overpower it.
Quick or sneaky?
I'll do the quick, since people are kind of expecting her to do it now at this point.
Yep, she dodges you and says, "Snap out of it, child, please."
That wasn't me again. Lyri's kind of losing the satisfaction of the kill and becoming a bit more worried.
Bladebeard, can you give me a quick? You're matching speed with Tamal, but you're not closing in the distance.
Come on, Tamal, wait.
Captain Bladebeard, we really should leave. Continues running.
No. Come back. We should stay.
Why?
We have ogres to save.
That's not more important than our lives.
We have treasure to steal.
That's not more important than our lives.
Oh, we are pirates. It kinda is.
You're a pirate, I'm just a freeloader.
What? But can you just like grab him and carry him?
Well, I mean, if he wants to leave on his own, he can.
But
Not a good idea.
But I was sort of assuming that you're running kind of at the same speed as Tamal, like next to him.
Yeah.
You're gonna die in the desert. You almost already have.
I will take my chances. It's way better than drawing the ire of the Viceroy.
He doesn't seem so scared to me.
Oh, he is.
Oh, what kind of name is Rice Boy, anyways?
Very bad name. Very bad.
Well,
By the way, above board, does Viceroy imply the existence of a Roy?
I mean, above board, yes. And there was a king of the Ethereals in the lore. He was a random quest mob in Burning Crusade.
Was he?
Yep.
Oops.
I mean, that's the way Burning Crusade treats a lot of lore. They're just like random important characters are, oh yeah, that quest mob.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Anyway.
He's not really here though. He's just possessing Lyri, I guess.
Doesn't that mean that he's basically here?
No.
it does imply he knows about us.
Yes.
I mean, everyone knows about Captain Bladebeard.
Oh, I don't like that.
Oh, if the Viceroy knew about you, we wouldn't be speaking right now.
So he doesn't. Let's go back.
No, now he does. Now he does, and we really.
And we are still speaking.
Yes, we really should go away somewhere, preferably on the other side of the cosmos, if possible.
Well, I have people to save. You do what you want to do, Tamal. I'm not gonna force you to come along. You sound very scared.
For you really should be scared too. You should be coming with me.
I have my people to save. That's more important.
If my superior's boss is involved, your people are already gone.
I can't believe that.
Believe what you will, you really, really should escape.
Well, I gotta save my people. I'm gonna go back, but it good to see you. Well, Tamal, you be safe.
I wish I could say be safe to you too, but I know that you will not. I'm sorry. You will not be. I'm sorry.
That okay. But you just watch out for rivers then, if you going in this direction by yourself.
I would honestly prefer them rather than the Viceroy.
Well, I mean, how are you going to get off this planet? You have no mana powder, whatever, what arcane dust, whatever.
I would rather take my chances. I don't have a plan. I don't have a plan. I admit that I do not have a plan, but I would rather take my chances.
Well, I do have a plan.
What is it?
I'm not gonna tell you. Just follow me.
Then I will not follow, Captain. I'm sorry.
Are you sure?
Yes, and you should come with me if you know what's good for you.
I know what's good for me. And I'll stay.
Then farewell, Captain Bladebeard. It was a pleasure working with you.
Farewell, Tamal.
And Tamal continues running off into, I would not say sunset, but yeah. And
I'm gonna miss.
Also, it's not the sunset because it's the east, but yeah.
I'm gonna miss him.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll run into him someday.
Well, hopefully he be safe and good, and always sad to see crewmen go. I hope Shallan is okay. It's been a while since we see him.
We should check up on him soon.
But first we have to save people.
Aye, and take the loot.
You take the loot, I take the people. That sound good.
Yeah, that's the idea.
We should probably go back before they either eat Lyri or Lyri eats them.
Yeah, probably. Let's go.
Alright. Bye-bye, Tamal.
Tamal has already run off. Oh yeah, he didn't actually say goodbye to you, bud. He would not turn back to say it.
Oh. Well, but it was mostly saying it to himself at that point.
Above board for the viewers, funnily enough, one thing, I mentioned this offline before we started the session, but Tamal's trouble aspect that the players never discovered was loyalty. Never heard of him. So that proves itself to be true. So, Bladebeard and Buhd, you go to rejoin everyone else, but let's check back up on Benjamin, Lyri, and everyone else, I guess. What's going on there? As, Oscur is pleading with Lyri to come on, let's set you up in like a magical isolation field and like remove the corruption. What's Lyri doing?
I mean, Lyri's just standing there. Just getting increasingly more nervous, but he's not really doing anything in particular.
Is that alright with you? Can we do that?
Lyri looks at Benjamin.
He sort of shrugs. He doesn't particularly trust these fine elves, but at least he gets the impression that Oscuri genuinely cares about Lyri.
I guess Lyri will just look at the ground at the broken. Or what remains of it, at least.
It lies there, sort of slowly melting into the ground. Well, like the void parts are melting, the actual broken parts are still there.
Shouldn't we take this back to examine?
We will, says Fultian, but... And he looks about to say something, because Oscuri shoots him a look. So Fultian just walks up and prepares to cast a spell on the corpse of the broken. Presumably a teleportation spell.
Lyri will, I guess, sheath her daggers and
Give me a forceful. You do sheath your daggers, yes.
okay, Lyri will sheath her daggers and look to someone, like she holds her hands out like at, you know, in kind of a way to indicate that she wants to be like handcuffed in some way or restrained.
Sure. And Oscuri will motion for the generic Blood of Grunts to do so. Can you give me another forceful? You feel compelled to resist, but you might be able to power through it.
Okay.
Okay.
Lyri will
Go
try
ahead.
to power through it, I guess.
Sure. Teeironor walks up to Benjamin and says, "Well, I do not expect this."
I sort of did.
Do you think her corpse will still be usable?
I'd say probably not.
Pity. They didn't even think to ask me if I could use the corpse of the thing. Points at the broken.
Well, there's barely anything left.
Still, the corpse is a valuable trove of information, I'll have you know.
Well, that's precisely why they want it, right?
Do you think they'll let me have it after they're done with it?
I guess you should ask.
Can I have that after you're done? The Blood Elves all shoot Satya look and say nothing.
I guess there's your answer.
I think at this point, Buhd and Bladebeard will return to the scene. Hey Bladebeard, they're imprisoning Lyri. Isn't this fun?
Oh, great. So, how much money did the broken have?
They're not allowing me to use this corpse, so I can't tell you.
We should split it up.
Why do you think it would have money? Says Fultian.
It didn't.
Why would it?
To buy stuff, food, drinks.
Fultian sighs and then walks up to Oscuri and whispers something to her. Whoever's curious can give me a careful.
If they're speaking in Thalassian.
whoever's curious and speaks Thalassian can give me a careful. Okay, let me roll something else. Whatever Foltian says, Oscuri shakes her head no, and Foltian looks disappointed.
Well, I'll take that as a good thing.
Sure. Shall we be underway, milady? Yes, and let's make it quick this time. And Foltian will begin casting a teleportation spell for everyone. Do you all accept to be teleported to the nearby Mana Forge?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I think that is where we will end today's session. Is that all right with everybody?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Thoughts on today's session?
We killed a guy.
Yeah, it was a weird boss battle.
Yep. It could have gone a lot better, and it could have gone a lot worse. Definitely a lot worse.
What would have happened if someone stood in the lightning dot area?
I would have made a forceful attack against them.
Huh. And what about the floating island? What was that for, if you want to share?
Just a random geographic prop.
Oh, okay.
But none of us can fly.
Sure. Well, it's the same reason why there's the hills and the rocks and the tree. It's if the players think of a way to use them, they're there.
Alright.
Buhd could have tricked someone onto the island.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, that would have been a good way to ensure someone's safety, maybe?
Yeah, but the only one who's almost dead is Buhd. He could have thrown himself up there,
imagine
I
if
guess.
a battle went differently and someone else got hurt. He could have just thrown them up there. And then how would they come down? I don't know.
I mean, you do have two teleportation people in your party. Yeah. I did mention this, but I will repeat it because it is the end of the session. You all have reached a major milestone in the story, meaning you'll quote-unquote level up. You get to put a point in whichever approach you'd like, and your level 6 consequences will go away.
Yay.
Great.
Yay indeed, yay indeed. Meaning Buhd will be pretty much healed up next session, so that's fun.
Woohoo! Well, he's not gonna be dead anymore.
Yeah, from dead to back at full strength, actually. Fun stuff, fun stuff.
He's gonna eat.
Understandable. So, to be like perfectly honest, my sort of idea for this session was the boss fight. Then you would go to like the Blood Oath place and like discuss, are you guys strong enough to like attack the Ephemeral compound, or do you need to gather more allies, etc, etc. So in the next few sessions there will probably still be that element, but now we also have Lyri's little void transformation to deal with.
Awesome.
Just a regular Tuesday. It's fun.
It's actually Saturday.
I mean, it's technically, I think in game it's like Wednesday or something, I'm not sure. I'll need to check.
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
I had the exact like day of the week pin based on like patch release dates and such, but I've lost track. Anyway, any other thoughts for the viewers before we go into our shoutouts?
I don't think so.
No, I mean, it was a pretty concise episode, I guess. We did one thing, we did it for a while.
Yep, nothing wrong with that.
But we lost both Tamal and Shallan now. But they will always be on the corner of the screen and move
Yep.
whenever Teeironor talks.
Yep. And when
Wait, what? What's up with Shallan?
What's that?
Oh yeah, I mentioned offhandedly that he's dead. And congratulations, everyone.
Wait, what?
I'm joking.
Yeah.
I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking.
No, but he isn't with the group anymore.
Yeah, he left the party. It would be funny though if, like, in the middle of a battle, we suddenly like get a tiny scene of Shallan like falling down and dying. Then we go back.
That will be.
We get the thing, what it's called, when both the player and the bad guy roll the same, and Teeironor is like, oh, you can succeed or something bad happens. Alright, I'll take something bad. Shallan is dead.
That'd be horrible. Oh yeah, all your friends are dead. Carry on.
I mean, it is something negative, but relatively minor, technically.
So it can be someone we don't like then.
Maybe Shallan trips down the stairs or something.
Every time we choose, something bad happens. Something bad to Shallan happens.
Oh no. His day just gets progressively worse. It's like everything goes wrong for him. He falls out of bed, he falls down the stairs.
Very, very possible. Very, very possible.
He can't tie his shoes, etc., etc.
I guess we will see. Trying to think something. But I guess I forgot. Never mind. I'm sure I'll remember next time. Anyway, any other thoughts for our viewers before shoutout time?
Nope.
Suppose not. Okay. Well then, dear viewers, thank you again for watching and listening to us. Let's see what these lovely people are up to, starting according to the dice with DoomGoblin. Could you please talk about yourself, what you're doing, etc., etc.?
Yeah, sure. I'm DoomGoblin. I draw stuff. I've been drawing some characters from this series lately, and maybe one of them was at the beginning of this episode.
Probably two of them, because I've missed
Maybe.
one of them.
Yeah, maybe three of them. Who knows? We'll see.
Yeah. Thank you very much, DoomGoblin. Do check his drawings out. Next, according to the dice, we would have Sir Thompshire. Could you please go ahead and introduce yourself and talk about yourself and what you are doing?
Sure. I'm Sir Thompshire, and you can find me both on YouTube and Twitter, where I haven't been doing anything, honestly, but I'll be doing things, hopefully, like getting back on track with the renders, and maybe a machinery. Who knows? Yeah, that's sort of it.
Thank you very much, Thompshire. Next, according to the dice, we would have Zelris. Zelris, could you please go ahead and talk about yourself and what you are doing?
I'm Zelris, and I make stuff on the internet, such as YouTube and Twitter, and Machinima, and I made something like last week, and you should watch it, I guess. And that's what I do,
I mean,
etc., etc.
you say last week, but this will be posted 2 weeks from now.
Like 3 weeks ago, yeah. Just go on my channel. I probably won't upload anything after this, so for a while. So just watch whatever I've made, I guess.
Do that. Everyone
Yeah, do it.
do that. She will man tap you otherwise. Thank you very much, Zelris. Next, we would have good old Skoll Shorties. could you please talk about yourself and what you are doing?
Hi, yeah, I am Skoll Shorties, and I am currently still working on my Hellscream video that I've mentioned multiple times now. I don't know when that's going to be finished, but it's currently halfway done now, and I've gotten all the voice actors. Most of the audio's been done. It's mostly just visuals at this point. After that, well, hopefully I'll be working on Machinima, maybe, I don't know. With Dragonflight coming out, my schedule's kind of all busted up, and I'm going to be shifting gears on that, but I will try to get videos out when I can. But it is all Warcraft stuff, and you can find it on the YouTube, and you can also find it on the Twitter sometimes when I talk a lot.
Good on you, Skoll. Also, given the fact that this will be posted 2 weeks in the future, maybe that video will already be out, who knows. Yeah. Thank you again. And I was your Dungeon Master, Game Master Teeironor. You are on my channel, and I do this series, which is a lot of fun, and a different series set in a homebrew universe, also like a tabletop series, called Legacy of the Rimland, with a different bunch of lovely people that I would highly recommend. But other than that, dear viewers, thank you once again for watching and listening to us. We will most likely be back next week on Skoll Shorties channel, and we will see you there. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
See you.
Bye.
See ya!